What if I told you that deep inside the world's most tangled jungles, there are ruins of forgotten cities? That for centuries, entire civilizations have been hiding in plain sight, completely missing from our maps and history books. I'm on a mission to find these lost worlds, to follow the breadcrumbs left by people who seemingly vanished. And what we're starting to find is revealing the shocking truth of their final days. For every pyramid we know and love, how many more are still wrapped in vines? For every king we remember, how many more ruled empires that have been totally erased? We're heading into some of the deepest jungles on Earth, armed with groundbreaking technology, to find cities that time forgot. Because what we find there might just change everything we think we know about our own history. Our story starts with a legend echoing through Central America for 500 years. La Ciudad Blanca, the White City. Spanish conquistadors, even Hernán Cortés, talked about a city of incredible wealth hidden in the jungles of Honduras. For centuries, it was just a ghost story. Then, in 1940, explorer Theodore Mord claimed he'd found it, returning with artifacts, but tragically died before ever revealing the location. The game completely changed with a technology called LiDAR. By shooting billions of laser pulses from a plane, archaeologists can essentially erase the dense jungle canopy and see a perfect outline of the ground below. In the remote Mesquitia region, the results were undeniable. The scan showed the faint outlines of a large, complex settlement, plazas, terraced earthworks, and the base of a large earthen pyramid. A ground team went in, battling venomous snakes and quicksand. What they discovered was beyond imagination. At the foot of the pyramid was a stunning offering, a collection of more than 50 stone sculptures, left untouched for 1,000 years. The amazing effigy of a were-jaguar, a half-human, half-jaguar figure, pointed to a unique, distinct culture we know very little about. But the most chilling discovery wasn't what they found, but what they didn't. There were no signs of war or invasion. The settlement appeared to have been abandoned abruptly. The offering looked like it had been left with the intention of coming back, but the people never returned. The leading hypothesis points to a silent killer: disease. It's a chilling possibility that new diseases, maybe brought by early European contact in the wider region, tore through the population with terrifying speed. The very thing that created the legend, the arrival of outsiders, may have been what ultimately destroyed the city itself. From the jungles of Honduras, we head north into the heart of the Maya world on Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. Here, the jungle was hiding not one, but two recently discovered lost cities, just a few miles from each other, Lagunita and Tamchen. Lagunita had actually been visited once before, 40 years ago, but the explorer never published its location, so the city was lost again. When rediscovered, archaeologists were blown away by its features. The most incredible is a massive facade carved to look like the open jaws of a fearsome earth monster. This doorway was a symbolic entrance to the underworld, a sacred and terrifying passage. Beyond it, 65-foot-tall pyramids and palace ruins. Just a short trek away, they stumbled upon Tamchen, meaning deep well. And for good reason. They found over 30 chultans. These are huge, man-made underground chambers built to collect rainwater. This was a city obsessed with water. Both cities were thriving during the Maya Golden Age, between 600 and 1000 AD. But then, they were both suddenly abandoned. This is the great enigma, the classic Maya collapse. Was it war? Political chaos? Overpopulation? The evidence found at Lagunita and Tamchen, especially those deep wells, adds weight to a devastating theory: a mega drought. Geological analysis shows that around the time the cities fell silent, rainfall dropped by as much as 40%, with some periods seeing a 70% reduction. The elaborate systems of wells show just how desperate they were. The collapse wasn't a single event, but a series of crippling droughts that led to crop failure, famine, and civil unrest. The people just walked away, leaving their magnificent cities to the jungle. We're peeling back the layers of jungle and time to find these incredible lost worlds. And they aren't all in jungles. Our next stop takes us somewhere you'd never dream of finding: a city for 20,000 people. Before we go there, if you're as fascinated by these hidden histories as I am, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Not all lost cities are swallowed by jungles. Some were deliberately buried by the very people who built them. For our final stop, we're going to Cappadocia in modern-day Turkey, to a city that was a complete secret until 1963. It was found by a local man who knocked down a wall in his basement during a renovation and found a strange room behind it. That room led to a tunnel, which led to another and another, until he had uncovered the sprawling, multi-level underground city of Derinkuyu. Stretching more than 280 feet deep with at least 8 known levels, Derinkuyu is an absolute marvel of engineering. This was a fully functional city that could house up to 20,000 people, plus their livestock and food stores. A brilliant, complex ventilation system supplied fresh air to the deepest levels, a feat that still impresses engineers today. And if an enemy approached, the city could be sealed from the inside by massive rolling stone doors, each weighing over 1,000 pounds. So, who built this underground world, and why? The oldest parts may have been started more than 3,000 years ago, but it reached its massive size during the Byzantine era, when it was used primarily by early Christians as a refuge. Life on the surface was treacherous. When invaders swept across the plains, entire communities would retreat into the earth and simply wait for the danger to pass. So why was it abandoned? The constant threat of earthquakes, political shifts, and dwindling resources made life underground unsustainable. The city's secrets were sealed away and forgotten, all behind a basement wall. From a city erased by disease, to the great Maya centers brought down by drought, to a metropolis carved from the earth as a shield, each lost city tells a unique story of survival, ingenuity, and ultimately, collapse. These discoveries do more than just fill in the blanks of our history books. They're a powerful reminder that even the greatest societies are fragile. Today, technologies like LiDAR are helping us find these lost worlds faster than ever before. We are truly living in a new age of discovery. The stories of these cities aren't just about the past. They're warnings for our future. They show us how vulnerable we can be to environmental change, disease, and conflict. As we continue to scan the most remote corners of our planet, you have to wonder, what other lost worlds are still out there, just waiting to be found?